Known for its beautiful landscapes, vibrant cities, and gorgeous beaches, California offers something for everyone. This is Katie from Creative Travel Guide, and today we are sharing a compilation of our best travel tips for this fantastic state, covering all of the things to know before going to California. Make sure to hit subscribe for more travel tips, and let's start with the 25 best things to do in California. So for an incredible drive, head to Big Sur. This is a scenic journey through the hills of California, coupled with the waves hitting against the cliffside. Along the route, you can see canyons, lighthouses, waterfalls, and bridges, making this a great thing to see in California. Then we have Alcatraz. This famous penitentiary is a must visit whilst you are in the state. Hop on a ferry over to Alcatraz Island from San Francisco to take an excellent audio tour of this fascinating penitentiary. See the prison cells, walk the corridors, and learn about the inmates that once did the same. Then we have Death Valley National Park. This is one of the most extreme landscapes in America, with rocky canyons partnered with sand dunes. It is a hot, dry, and dangerous place and is at 280 feet below sea level, the lowest point on the continent. You can explore the desert, take a hike, stargaze, or enjoy camping in the national park. Another beautiful sight to see in California is Lake Tahoe. Surrounded by mountains and picturesque viewpoints, Lake Tahoe is one of the most beautiful places to visit in California. There are dozens of ski resorts nearby, ideal for a winter visit, whilst the summer is a great time to enjoy biking, hiking, camping, swimming, sailing, and kayaking. Then we have Yosemite National Park. Welcoming millions of visitors each year, this national park is one of the best parks in California and the US. Visit the granite peaks, appreciate the stunning waterfalls, and enjoy the walking trails that offer amazing views in every direction. The USA has some fantastic bridges for you to admire, and the Golden Gate Bridge is one of the most popular. Located in San Francisco, you can walk along this iconic bridge and visit one of the many viewpoints nearby to see the bridge from every angle. Then we have the Hollywood sign, standing proudly on Mount Lee. This is an iconic landmark and one of the best things to see in LA. There are plenty of different spots that you can head to for a great view of the sign. Visit the Griffith Observatory for some great views. Then we have Joshua Tree National Park. Located around 130 miles east of LA is the stunning Joshua Tree National Park. This is an 800,000-acre oasis dotted with the unique and wonderful Joshua Tree. For a colourful, vibrant atmosphere, head to Venice Beach. See the street musicians, get your fortune told, and try some of the amazing food from the nearby restaurants. You can see bodybuilders working out here, as well as skateboarders practicing their tricks. Either way, Venice Beach makes for a great day out. Then we have Lassen Volcanic National Park. This national park is known for its volcanic land, which, although dormant, still offers black lava rocks and bubbling mud pits. You can visit the park all year round, with the colourful flowers of spring being a breathtaking time to visit. Another great place to visit in California is Malibu. Known for its rich, famous residents, Malibu is the place to be if you love to surf. People come from all over to enjoy the clear waters, with surfers of all ages and skills practicing in the Malibu waters. Then we have Sequoia National Park, home to the famous General Sherman tree. Sequoia National Park is a stunning place to visit in California. Visit the giant rare trees and explore the caves, rivers, and canyons. Then we have Carmel by the Sea. Located in the Monterey County, this is a small beach city that is charming and enchanting. With fairy tale-like architecture, cute local shops, and wonderful restaurants, there is plenty to explore in this small coastal city. Then we have San Diego Zoo. With thousands of animals, the San Diego Zoo is the biggest zoo in California and one of the most popular in the country. Of course, you can see lions, elephants, and gorillas, but you can also find more unique species in the zoo, as well as a train and gondola skylift. Then we have Old Sacramento. Visit Old Sacramento to experience a glimpse of old USA. This was once the forefront of the gold rush and is now preserved with railways, museums, memorials, and buildings celebrating the area's role in the US history. You can even see horse-drawn carriages and an old-fashioned courthouse. And another area from the gold rush is Bodie State Historic Park, which was once a popular town until the gold dried up. The park is now a ghost town, with preserved homes, mills, saloons, and parlors that can be explored by visitors. Then we have Anacapa Island. Located a few miles off the coast of California, this island is a natural beauty in California and a must-visit in the state. There are no bridges, airports, or roads here, and public bathrooms are few and far between. Pack everything you will need for your trip and try diving in the waters nearby. Then we have the Winchester Mystery House. This lesser-known attraction is a fun, quirky option for those visiting San Jose. This is a huge Victorian-styled mansion with hundreds of rooms, corridors, closets, and staircases. This is definitely a quirky place to visit. Doors are oddly shaped, staircases lead to nowhere, and the corridors create a maze to get through. Either way, check out this unique mystery house and learn about its history. Then we have Disneyland. Of course, the best things to do in California had to include Disneyland, the original Disney theme park. Not only can you enjoy the rides, parades, and characters in the parks, but you can also find some amazing themed accommodation in the area too. Not only is California home to the first Disney park, but you can also visit the Universal Studios Hollywood Park here too. Visit the lands of Harry Potter and King Kong, take the studio tour, or watch a stunt show for a fun day out. Whilst you are in LA, you need to head to Hollywood Boulevard and check out the Walk of Fame. Enjoy the souvenir shops here, see the sights, then search for your favourite celebrity's name. If you like your wine, then make sure to head to the famous wine country, Napa Valley. Napa Valley is one of the best and most popular in California and is an easy hour-and-a-half drive from San Francisco. Enjoy wine tasting and decide on your favourite. Another great place to visit in California is Laguna Beach, a seaside city in Orange County. You can enjoy art galleries, beautiful beaches, and wonderful coves here. Make sure to visit Victoria Beach. This is a unique place with a historic tower, nicknamed Pirate Tower by the locals. You should also try whale watching. Monterey Bay is known for being home to plenty of humpback whales that can often be seen jumping out of the ocean. Take a whale watching tour to experience this unique sight. California also includes different channel islands, with the most accessible being Catalina Island. Take a ferry to one of the 3 ports on the island, enjoy some snorkeling or scuba diving here, and explore the beautiful scenic views. So firstly, let's look at the best time to visit. Spring is often considered one of the best times to visit California, especially for those looking to enjoy the outdoor activities like hiking, sightseeing, and exploring the national parks. The weather is typically mild with blooming flowers added to the beauty of the region. Fall is another great time to visit, especially if you are visiting wine country in Napa Valley, as well as those looking to explore the national parks like Yosemite and Joshua Tree. Temperatures are comfortable and cities are less crowded compared to the peak summer months. Summer is peak tourist season in California, especially along the coast. This is the ideal for beach vacations and coastal road trips, but it can be hard to explore cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles. Although there are plenty of festivals and events going on during the summer months, it can also be incredibly busy and hotel prices do rise. Winter can be a great time to visit certain parts of California, especially if you are interested in skiing or snowboarding in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Just make sure that if you are visiting during the winter, come prepared and be aware that you might not be able to explore all of the national parks, as there are some closures during the colder seasons. So now let's look at getting there. Many people arrive in California via air, with LAX in Los Angeles, San Francisco International Airport, and San Diego International Airport connecting the state to destinations across the world. These airports also connect to most major cities in the USA and Canada, as well as smaller destinations in the country too. If you are driving around the United States, you can drive to California using the interstate highways such as the I-5, I-10, and I-80. This provides great access from states like Oregon, Nevada, and Arizona. Amtrak also operates train services that stop at various cities in California, including Los Angeles, Sacramento, Oakland, and San Jose. Greyhound and other bus companies provide bus services to California from various locations within the United States, and regional bus companies offer routes connecting California with neighboring states and cities. The port destinations along California are also places that major cruise lines stop on their itineraries, including popular cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Diego. So now let's look at how to get around. Having a car in California is the most convenient way to get around the state, especially if you plan to explore multiple destinations or visit areas with limited public transportation. California has an extensive network of highways and roads, and rental car services are widely available at airports and major cities. When you are in the major cities themselves, you can use the comprehensive public transportation system, which often includes buses, trains, and trolleys. Services like Uber and Lyft are available in many parts of California, but just be aware that these can be hard to get when you are in the national parks. California's mild climate and bike-friendly infrastructure make biking a popular option when you're in the major cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Santa Monica. So now let's look at some of the typical prices. Of course, prices will vary depending on where you are staying, but to give you a rough guideline, you can find hostel dorm beds between $30 to $70 per night, whilst budget hotels and motels will range between $60 to $150 per night depending on the location and the amenities included. Mid-range hotel rooms in California range from $100 to $270 per night, whilst luxurious hotels in California tend to begin around $300 per night. You can get yourself fast food for under $10 and food truck meals between $5 to $15 per item, whilst a sit-down meal in a chain restaurant or mid-range dining option will cost you between $15 to $40. So visiting California can be expensive, but there are ways that you can save some money. Like we always mention, try to visit in the off-peak season. The end of autumn and the start of spring are your best times to experience the best weather, but also decently priced accommodation and transportation options. Take advantage of the plenty of free attractions in California, like the public parks, beaches, hiking trails, and scenic viewpoints, as well as the free museum days, galleries, and cultural sites that often offer complimentary admission on certain days of the week or during specific hours. The major cities all have city passes that you can use, as well as some discounted tours if you book in advance. We will leave some of those links in the description below. When you are in the major cities, stick to public transportation options and check on websites like Groupon for some discounts and deals when you are in the cities themselves. So now let's look at some of the best things to do in California. Of course, we recommend starting your trip in Los Angeles, where you can explore Hollywood, visit Griffith Park and Observatory, and then take a stroll along Venice Beach. Stroll along the Venice canals, visit Santa Monica Pier, and then take a studio tour to enjoy a behind-the-scenes tour of major film and television studios. Not too far away from Los Angeles is the original Disneyland and Universal Studios Hollywood, which we highly recommend you include in your itinerary. You can then take a Pacific Coast Highway scenic road trip, visiting along the picturesque coastal towns and stunning ocean views, and experiencing Big Sur. Head to San Francisco, where you can see the iconic Golden Gate Bridge and explore Alcatraz, as well as visiting Fisherman's Wharf, riding a cable car, and of course making sure to try some clam chowder. Enjoy some wine tasting in Napa Valley, take a hike through the Joshua Tree National Park, and explore Yosemite National Park as well. Relax on Santa Monica Beach, explore the historic sights of San Diego, and then try skiing or snowboarding in Lake Tahoe. So firstly, we have the natural beauty. California is home to some iconic national parks waiting to be explored. You can find stunning waterfalls and picturesque hikes in Yosemite National Park, but head to Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks to see the incredible giant sequoia trees. This also includes the General Sherman tree, the largest tree on Earth. Which brings us on to the next reason to visit California, the incredible coastline. The panoramic ocean views and rugged cliffs of Highway 1 and the Big Sur are iconic places to explore whilst you are in California. California's coastline stretches over 800 miles, offering a variety of beach experiences. Whether it is road tripping along the 17-mile scenic drive or exploring the various towns and cities along the coastline, there is plenty to keep you busy whilst you explore the coast of California. Another reason to visit California is for the theme parks and family-friendly attractions. California is home to some of the world's most famous theme parks, including the original Disneyland Park in Anaheim and the fun, immersive Universal Studios Hollywood. Families can also visit Legoland California, whilst those looking for thrilling rides should head over to Knott's Berry Farm. There is also a popular Six Flags Magic Mountain theme park, and we also recommend heading to Santa Clara to visit California's Great America theme park. You can't visit California without checking the beaches out. California is home to some fantastic and iconic beaches, so you can relax and unwind whilst you explore this beautiful state. Head to Santa Monica Beach to see the famous iconic pier, which features an amusement park and aquarium. Zuma Beach is one of Malibu's largest and most popular beaches, whilst Venice Beach is renowned for its vibrant boardwalk. Then we have wine country. Whether you are visiting Napa Valley or Sonoma County, California is the place to be if you enjoy some wine. Visitors can tour prestigious wineries, enjoy tastings of award-winning wines, and dine at luxurious gourmet restaurants with some of the best wine pairing opportunities around. You could also choose to take a hot air balloon ride over the vineyards for a scenic, unique experience. Another reason to visit California is for the cities. San Francisco is a historic destination to explore, but also a vibrant place to enjoy at night. You can see the famous attractions like Alcatraz and the Golden Gate Bridge, but also explore the neighborhoods and jump on a cable car. Los Angeles is full of glitz and glamour, so make sure to check out those studio tours, take a walk along the Hollywood Boulevard, and make sure to try and spot the Hollywood sign. San Diego is known for its perfect weather and coastline, and is a popular place to visit for families, especially for those looking to enjoy the world-famous San Diego Zoo, explore the historic Gaslamp Quarter, and then visit Balboa Park. Sacramento is California's capital, boasting a rich history, while Santa Barbara is known as the American Riviera, famous for its Mediterranean climate, beautiful beaches, and Spanish-style architecture. Palm Springs is known for its modern architecture and desert oasis, while Santa Cruz is known for its laid-back vibe and beautiful coastline. No matter which city you choose to explore in California, there is bound to be one that you fall in love with. Then we have the outdoor adventure and activities. California is the place to be for adventure enthusiasts. Whether it is a hike through the national parks, skiing or snowboarding in Lake Tahoe, or taking a trek through the Sierra Nevada mountains, there is plenty for you to choose from whilst you are in California. Joshua Tree National Park is a haven for rock climbers and stargazers, but you could also enjoy some surfing, sailing, and whale watching in the Pacific Ocean. Another reason to visit California is for the historical and cultural sites. Between the cities, there are plenty of places that you can explore to appreciate the heritage and rich history of the region. See the engineering marvel of Golden Gate Bridge, learn about the notorious federal prison at Alcatraz Island, and then make sure to visit the Getty Center in Los Angeles to see incredible artwork in a stunning piece of architecture. See the California State Capitol building in Sacramento, visit the Hearst Castle, and then explore Old Town San Diego. So firstly, let's look at the best time to visit. March to May and September to November are the best times to visit Los Angeles. This is when the weather is pleasant, the air quality is better than other times of the year, and there are fewer crowds at the tourist sites. Summer is warm, making it harder to see the outdoor sights if you aren't used to the heat, whilst the winter months sees quite a bit of rain, so it is best to avoid this time if possible. Now let's look at getting there. Many visitors arrive in LA via air, with LAX being a popular stopover destination and serving many airlines and routes, both domestic and international. Once you arrive at LAX, you can take the flyaway bus into the city or take the shuttle bus, then metro into downtown Los Angeles. Other local airports include Long Beach Airport and the Hollywood Burbank Airport, predominantly catering towards domestic flights. There are a few Amtrak train routes that stop in LA, connecting the city to other popular destinations in California, whilst Megabus is a great option for those traveling on a tight budget. So now let's look at getting around. Because of the size of Los Angeles, renting a car is a great option for those wanting to see the many sights across the city and county. Avoid traveling in rush hour and book your car rental in advance for the best prices. There are metro rail lines available with color-coded lines throughout the county, but not many routes stop near the major attractions. However, the Red Line does stop near Universal Studios Hollywood, and the light blue Expo line has a stop in downtown Santa Monica, connecting you to the Santa Monica Pier. For first-time visitors, you could take advantage of the sightseeing bus that takes you around the city and gives you the option to hop on and hop off to see the top sights. We'll leave the link to this in the description below. You could use taxis to get around LA as well, but many attractions are spread out, so this can be costly. So now let's look at the typical prices. Dorm beds start at around $40 if you book in advance, whilst private budget rooms begin at around $100. Mid-range hotel rooms in good locations can be found from around $180, whilst 5-star rooms begin at $280. A quick breakfast can be found for under $6, whilst fast food meals begin at around $10. Sit-down meals vary greatly depending on location and quality, but expect to pay at least $25 per person in a bar or chain restaurant, whilst high-end spots will charge upwards of $100. Los Angeles can be expensive, but of course there are ways to visit LA on a budget. Save money on food by sticking to the food truck scene and the cheap eats in Chinatown. Then save money on transportation by getting yourself a sightseeing bus pass. Spend a day at one of the public beaches or enjoy a hike in the nearby areas before taking advantage of some of the great happy hours in downtown LA. There are plenty of free things to do in Los Angeles, and you can save money on paid attractions by picking up the LA City Pass. We will leave the link in the description below. For sites that aren't included in the City Pass, make sure to book tickets online in advance. Many attractions offer great savings for online bookings, especially if you book via a website like Get Your Guide or Klook. So now let's look at the best things to do. Los Angeles has a lot to offer all types of travelers. Begin by taking a walk down Hollywood Boulevard before jumping on a Celebrity Homes tour bus, most of which leave from the famous boulevard. Head to the Getty Museum, the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, or the Broad for some incredible art before watching the sunset from Griffith Park. Spend time seeing the Hollywood sign, try some food at Grand Central Market, and then enjoy a fun afternoon at Santa Monica Pier. Spend a day on one of the beautiful beaches in the county, take a drive down Sunset Boulevard, then visit Runyon Canyon Park for some great views. Visit at least one of the TV and movie studios like the Paramount Pictures Studio or the Warner Brothers Studio, but also check out a theme park or three. Universal Studios, Disneyland, and Six Flags are arguably the best parks to choose from. So first we have Venice Boardwalk. Lined with palm trees, shops and restaurants, a walk along the Venice Beach Boardwalk is a must. Watch the street performers, look at the street art, take plenty of photos and catch a sunset, all without spending a penny. Then escape the chaos of Venice Beach and head to the Venice canals, taking a stroll around this beautiful area. Walk across the bridges, admire the beautiful houses, and appreciate this charming neighborhood. A stroll here makes for a calming 3 things to do in Los Angeles. One of the best things to do in LA is to head up to the Getty Center, which is also completely free. Head into the Museum for Art and Modern Design, take a walk around the unique gardens, and take in a spectacular view of the city from above. Head here for sunset for gorgeous views. Then we have Getty Villa. The lesser known Getty Villa is also a free attraction that should be explored whilst you're in the city. Displaying around 1,200 artifacts, with some dating back to 6,500 BC, this villa is a hidden gem. Just make sure to reserve your free ticket in advance. Then we have Hollywood Boulevard. Many people head to Los Angeles to visit the Walk of Fame, and this attraction is another free thing to do in LA. Hollywood Boulevard is home to the iconic Walk of Fame, as well as many well-known buildings like the Chinese Theatre and the Dolby Theatre. West of downtown Los Angeles is the popular Santa Monica Pier, and visiting the pier itself is free. If you do want to jump on the rides, you can get an unlimited wristband or pay for individual rides. Whilst the aquarium is a paid attraction, you could save money on admission by purchasing the Go City Los Angeles Pass. This also includes over 42 attractions in LA, such as Legoland, Knott's Berry Farm, Warner Brothers Studio Tour, and a Hollywood Sign Tour. For great views of the city, head up to Griffith Park. Although the observatory is a paid attraction, the grounds and surrounding park is free to explore, so you can appreciate LA from above and see the Hollywood sign. Then we have the California Science Center. This is a free museum in Exposition Park. Here you can find Endeavour, the final rocket to be built in NASA's Space Shuttle program, as well as a World of Life exhibit that looks at life on Earth, a creative world exhibit, and more. Then we have Los Angeles City Hall. Built in 1928, the Los Angeles City Hall is an iconic building in itself, but if you are passing this area between 9 AM to 5 PM on a weekday, then you can head inside and take the elevator to the 27th floor observation deck. Here you can get a great view of downtown before taking a stroll through the nearby park. Another 3 thing to do in and around Los Angeles is to visit the beaches. Of course, beaches are completely free, and luckily for those traveling on a budget, LA County has quite a few to choose from. Some beaches are near the sightseeing bus stops, whilst others like the Will Rogers State Beach or Malibu Beach have free or affordable parking within a 15-minute walk from the beach itself. Then we have the markets. The Grand Central Market and the original Farmers Market are both free attractions to visit in Los Angeles. However, you will probably want to buy some delicious food here, so expect to spend at least $10 tasting some of the best flavors and dishes available. LA isn't known for being a walkable destination, but there are areas and neighborhoods that can be explored on foot. The GPS My City app offers free trials, so download the app whilst you're in the city and try out one of their self-guided itineraries, which include walks around downtown LA, Hollywood Boulevard, Chinatown, and Little Tokyo. We will leave the link in the description below. Then we have the Hollywood Bowl. The iconic venue can be found inside a county park, which is free to enter as long as there are no events happening at the time. Hike around the county park or walk around the theatre space. Then we have the Broad Museum. This contemporary art museum is a free museum in the city and is a unique place to visit. With artwork from Andy Warhol and Carver Walker, there is plenty to see here. Also, make sure to visit the popular exhibit, the Infinity Mirror Room, named The Sounds of Missions of Light Years Away. And finally, you should visit the Old LA Zoo. Found in the middle of Griffith Park is the Old LA Zoo. It is a great spot for taking a stroll, hiking, and photo shoots. It has even been used in movies. This is an abandoned zoo, so don't expect any animals here, but for budding photographers, this is a great hidden gem to explore. So firstly, let's look at the best time to visit. San Diego is lovely and warm all year, but there are certain times of the year to avoid. Visiting from March through to May and September through November are all good times to visit if you are looking for warm weather and fewer crowds. The summer is a very popular time to visit, but visiting in January or February can offer much better prices. So now let's look at getting there. San Diego International Airport is just 3 miles away from the downtown area, with the journey from the airport taking just 10 minutes. There are around 500 daily flights to San Diego, mainly domestic, but direct flights are available from London, Tokyo, and Munich. If you plan on traveling around California, then flying into San Diego instead of LAX can be a less stressful option. You could also catch an Amtrak to San Diego, with the Pacific Surfliner offering routes along the coast. So now let's look at how to get around. San Diego is a large city with many neighborhoods to explore. The easiest way to get around San Diego and California is by renting a car or using Uber or Lyft. Staying downtown also offers plenty of places to eat and drink within walking distance. The transit system known as the MTS is the main provider of public transport, offering a light rail trolley system and a commuter line. So now let's look at the cost of travel in San Diego. As an American city, a vacation in San Diego will cost you more than cities elsewhere in the world, but not as much as Californian cities such as LA and San Francisco. Hotel rooms range from $90 to $140 in a 2- or 3-star room, whilst budget hotel rooms can be found for as low as $70. If you are looking for something more luxurious, expect to pay upwards of $200. An average meal costs around $13, whilst a local beer will cost around $6. So San Diego can be expensive, but of course there are always ways to save money. There are plenty of budget hotels on the outskirts of the city, and staying nearer the airport can help you save money when compared to hotels nearer the main attractions and beaches. Another option is to head out of San Diego and visit the nearby coastal towns. Alternatively, you could rent a place rather than staying in a hotel. HomeAway and Airbnb offer plenty of options in the city. Travel Zoo and Living Social both offer discounted rates on various attractions and restaurants in San Diego as well. So now let's look at the things to do. Balboa Park is a picturesque 2,100-acre urban cultural park, home to gardens, walkways, theatres and museums. It is also where you'll find the famous San Diego Zoo. Whilst in the city, find some time to visit the USS Midway Museum before trying out some of the amazing food the city has to offer and relaxing on the beach. San Diego Old Town is also a historic site to visit in California, being the first European settlement and home to buildings dating back to 1820. If you visit from December to April, you can head out onto the waters for some whale watching or catch a baseball game at the state-of-the-art Petco Park. So firstly, we have the beautiful beaches. Located on the southern coast of California, of course, San Diego offers stunning coastlines and gorgeous beaches to enjoy. Whether you are looking to relax and unwind, surf or play volleyball, you will find a beach for you. The best beaches are arguably Pacific Beach, Mission Beach, and Coronado Beach. Then the next reason to visit San Diego is for the attractions. Whether you want to visit the San Diego Zoo, the USS Midway Museum, or the Old Town San Diego Historic Park, there are plenty of attractions for you to spend your days exploring. There are historic sites, monuments, and museums to explore if you are a history enthusiast, fantastic nature spots to take a stroll around for outdoor lovers, and some fun, vibrant neighborhoods to spend your evenings in. Which brings us on to the next reason to visit San Diego, the nightlife. San Diego isn't just a great place for during the day, you can have a great evening out here too. The Gaslamp Quarter is a historic district with plenty of restaurants, bars, lounges and nightclubs, but you can also find some great rooftop bars around the city offering incredible sunset views. For a calmer evening, you could take a harbour cruise to see the city skyline at night or watch the sunset from Sunset Cliffs. Another reason to visit San Diego is that it is perfect for families. There are plenty of things to see and do with young children, including SeaWorld, Legoland, the Air and Space Museum, and the San Diego Zoo. Many of these attractions are included in the San Diego City Pass, so you can see the sights and save money on admission. We will leave the link in the description below. Another reason to visit is for the weather. San Diego has warm, sunny weather all year round, making it a great place to visit at any time of the year. The city experiences warm, dry summers and mild winters, making it easy to see the sights no matter when you visit. Summer, however, is a great time to visit if you want to enjoy the beach and outdoor festivals, whilst the winter offers some fun seasonal events. Which brings us on to the next reason to visit San Diego is the outdoor activities. Because of its climate, you can enjoy the many outdoor activities all year round. Of course, you have the beaches and the fun activities on and around the beach, but you can also take a hike in one of the nearby areas, enjoy kayaking or paddleboarding at Mission Bay, or cycle along the San Diego Bayshore Bikeway, a scenic 24-mile route that circles San Diego Bay. One of the best things to do in San Diego and another reason to visit is for the whale watching. From San Diego Harbour, you can take a sailing excursion out to spot marine life and look for whales and dolphins during the migration season. Avoid disappointment by booking your cruise in advance, as this is a very popular activity in the city. We will leave our recommended tours in the description below. Another reason to visit is for the history. The Old Town San Diego State Historic Park allows you to step back in time and learn about the early days of San Diego. Here you will find preserved buildings, museums and restaurants that showcase the city's Mexican and early American heritage. Then we have the diversity. San Diego has a diverse population, which is evident in the neighborhoods, cultural events and cuisine. Enjoy the blend of incredible food available here, but also check out the local celebrations throughout the year. And finally, we have the craft beer. San Diego is known for its vibrant craft beer scene with plenty of breweries and tasting rooms to choose from. This is a fun destination for beer lovers, offering some unique and diverse brews. Firstly, let's begin with Balboa Park. This is a 1,200-acre park in downtown San Diego, and the perfect place to take a stroll, ride a bike, or enjoy a picnic. You could admire the Spanish Renaissance architecture or visit the famous botanical building that holds more than 2,000 plants, including orchids and tropical plants. Then we have San Diego Zoo. Located inside the park, San Diego Zoo is one of the most popular zoos in the USA. It is home to one of the largest collections of rare and endangered animals in the world. Here you can see giant pandas, giraffes, elephants, polar bears, and koalas. San Diego is a beautiful destination and a day at the beach is essential. Visit Mission Beach and Pacific Beach so that you are near plenty of attractions and amenities, or for a quieter, more pristine beach, you can visit Coronado Beach. Then we have Gaslamp Quarter. In the evening, you need to visit Gaslamp Quarter. This is 16 blocks of Victorian-styled buildings that offer art galleries, theatres, restaurants, bars and clubs. This is a great way to spend an afternoon or evening and is the ideal place to stay near if you are looking for great nightlife options. For a trip to the past, head to the Old Town San Diego State Historic Park. This is a mile-long stretch of restored homes and stores on the grounds of the first European settlement in California. This area is known as the birthplace of California and a must-visit whilst you're in San Diego. Then we have the USS Midway Museum. The USS Midway is the longest serving American aircraft carrier of the 20th century, and you can visit the different exhibits and restored aircrafts to learn more. If you are looking for another interesting museum that is not too far away, then head to the Maritime Museum to tour the historical vessels in the seaport of San Diego. You can visit the Star of India, the world's oldest active ship, as well as submarines and sailing ships. For a beautiful nature reserve, head to Torrey Pines State Natural Reserve. This oceanfront location is a gorgeous place to explore, offering 17,000 acres of picturesque landscape and various flora, including the Torrey pine, America's rarest pine tree. Then we have Petco Park. For baseball fans or international visitors looking to try something different, head to Petco Park for the baseball games. The park offers amazing views of the San Diego skyline and can be found in the East Village, not far from the Gaslamp Quarter. Hardcore fans could even choose to take a stadium tour. Another popular place in San Diego is SeaWorld. Here you can see California sea lions, dolphins, otters, and sea turtles. There are plenty of animal exhibits to explore, as well as a shark underwater viewing tunnel, but also spend some time enjoying the rides at the park too. So firstly, let's look at the best time to visit. San Francisco is a popular place to visit, but there are some times that are better than others. September to November is the best time to visit San Francisco. The weather is cooler, there is less fog and less crowds. This means you can enjoy the many outdoor attractions the city has to offer. You can also visit in late spring, but May to June can have more fog than the fall months. Summer is a fun time to visit, but it can be hot and busy, whilst temperatures are mild in the winter and can be wetter than other seasons. However, winter sees fewer tourists and cheaper hotel prices, ideal for those travelling on a budget. So now let's look at getting there. There are a few different ways that you can reach San Francisco. The international airport connects the city to most cities in the US, as well as many cities in Europe, including London, Paris, Frankfurt, and Amsterdam. If you are traveling from a nearby city or state, you can head to San Francisco using the US Route 101 or Interstate 80 from the east. Amtrak operates travel services to San Francisco, connecting you to various cities in California. There are also various bus companies like Greyhound that offers affordable bus trips to the city. So now let's look at getting around. San Francisco offers a variety of transportation options to get around and explore its diverse neighborhoods and attractions. BART is a convenient and popular subway and light rail system that connects San Francisco with neighboring cities and suburbs. It's a great way to travel within the city and beyond to places like Oakland, Berkeley, and the airport. San Francisco Railway, known as Muni, operates buses, trolley buses, trams, and cable cars throughout the city. It is the primary public transit system within San Francisco and can take you to most destinations within the city. San Francisco's iconic cable cars are not only a mode of transportation, but also a tourist attraction. They operate in select areas in the city, including downtown and the Fisherman's Wharf area. San Francisco is also a bike-friendly city with numerous bike lanes and rental options. You can rent a bike and explore the city at your own pace, including crossing the Golden Gate Bridge or exploring parks like Golden Gate Park. San Francisco is also a walkable city, and many neighborhoods, especially in the downtown area, are best explored on foot. So now let's look at typical prices. Hostel dorm beds begin from $45, whilst private rooms in hostels or budget hotels begin at around $100 in the off-season. Mid-range rooms range from $120 to $220 depending on location, whilst luxury rooms begin at $300 a night. Fast food, eateries, and food trucks offer meals from around $8 to $15, whilst mid-range restaurants begin at $20. Fine dining can be expensive in San Francisco, with prices often exceeding $70 per person. San Francisco is known for its higher prices, as are most cities in California, but there are ways to save money. Try to explore San Francisco on foot rather than using taxis or Uber. Many neighborhoods are walkable. You can also take advantage of the fantastic hop-on, hop-off sightseeing bus that has several routes around the city with stops at all major attractions. We will leave the link in the description below. Whilst you're in the city, take advantage of the many free attractions like Fisherman's Wharf, Golden Gate Park and Golden Gate Bridge. Then get the City Pass to save money on paid attractions like the California Academy of Sciences and the Aquarium of the Bay. Again, we will leave the link in the description below. Save money on food by sticking to those amazing food trucks and local markets, but also enjoy the happy hours in the downtown area too. San Francisco has many things to see and do. Firstly, walk, cycle or drive across the Golden Gate Bridge, the iconic red suspension bridge that the city is known for. Take a ferry to Alcatraz Island to explore the former maximum security prison and then stroll along the busy waterfronts, visiting the various piers and seeing the famous sea lions. Spend time in the impressive Golden Gate Park, which includes the California Academy of Sciences and a beautiful Japanese tea garden. Ride one of the iconic cable cars, explore the vibrant streets of Chinatown, walk down the zigzag Lombard Street, and then visit the Palace of Fine Arts. So of course we have to start with the Golden Gate Bridge. Whilst you're in San Francisco, you have to walk, bike or drive across this iconic landmark for stunning views of the bay and city skyline. The bridge is one of the most photographed structures in the world and a must-see whilst you are here. Then head over to Alcatraz Island. Explore the historic prison on a guided tour, learning about the infamous inmates, escape attempts, and enjoy panoramic views of San Francisco from the island. We do recommend booking your tickets in advance to avoid disappointment and try to get the first tour of the day to experience the prison at its quietest. Fisherman's Wharf is a bustling waterfront area full of shops, restaurants and attractions. This is another one of the best things to do in San Francisco, so make sure to explore the area fully, checking out the sea lions that relax over at Pier 39. Golden Gate Park is a vast urban park and another highlight in the city. You can explore the gardens, check out the museums, including the De Young Museum, and visit the Japanese tea garden. San Francisco is full of diverse neighborhoods, and one of our favorites is Chinatown. This is the oldest Chinatown in North America, full of vibrant streets, traditional shops, and authentic Chinese cuisine. You can even visit the Golden Gate Fortune Cookie Factory for a unique experience. Known for its steep, winding section, Lombard Street is a fun spot to visit and photograph. We have a full blog post over on our website, Creative Travel Guide, about how you can visit this zigzag street. We will leave the link to that in the description below. But we recommend starting at the top of this street where you can enjoy a great skyline view and then take a stroll down, experiencing the sharp curves and beautiful gardens alongside the colourful houses. Talking about colourful houses, you also need to check out Painted Ladies. Set against the backdrop of the city's modern skyline, you need to visit Alamo Square Park. This is where you can find a line of colourful Victorian houses that have grown to become iconic with the city. Another iconic experience in the city is the cable cars. Ride the historic cable cars up and down the city's steep streets. It's a unique way to experience San Francisco's hilly terrain and scenic views, so make sure to jump on at least one cable car whilst you're here. If you're visiting San Francisco with family, we recommend heading to the Exploratorium. This is a hands-on science museum offering interactive exhibits fun for the whole family. Just a short drive away from San Francisco is Muir Woods National Monument. This serene park is home to towering coastal redwoods, perfect for a peaceful hike and a great way to spend a day escaping the hustle and bustle of San Francisco. Another item on your San Francisco bucket list is Coit Tower. Head to the top of this 210-foot tower on Telegraph Hill, offering panoramic views from the top. The interior artwork also depicts scenes from San Francisco's history. For some more of the best views in the city, we recommend you drive or hike to the top of Twin Peaks. The view from the top is breathtaking, especially during sunrise or sunset. For those that love art, there are plenty of places to visit in San Francisco. Firstly, head to the Palace of Fine Arts, a beautiful structure known for its tranquil lagoon. This is a peaceful place for a stroll and popular for photo shoots. The San Francisco Museum of Modern Art is one of the largest modern art museums in the USA, featuring works by Andy Warhol and Jackson Pollock. Union Square is a major shopping hub with high-end retailers, department stores, and art galleries. This square hosts seasonal events and is surrounded by iconic hotels, making it another great place to visit in San Francisco. If you are getting one of the fantastic sightseeing buses in San Francisco, they often start in Union Square, so this can be a great area to base yourself in. We will leave a link to those sightseeing buses in the description below. Next, we have the California Academy of Sciences, located in Golden Gate Park. This natural history museum includes an aquarium, planetarium, and rainforest dome. Entrance into the museum is included in the San Francisco City Pass, as is many of the other attractions on this list, so we'll leave the link to that in the description below, but it can be a great way to save some money if you are seeing lots of sights during your visit. Baker Beach is a beautiful, secluded beach with a stunning view of Golden Gate Bridge. It is a great spot for picnics, sunbathing, and photography, and another must-see in San Francisco. Located at Pier 39, Aquarium of the Bay is another great attraction to visit if you are heading here with family. The aquarium focuses on local marine life, with tunnels that let you walk through exhibits surrounded by sea creatures. Whilst we travel, we love checking out the ballparks, so head to Oracle Park, home to the San Francisco Giants. This waterfront park offers great views of the bay and is a must-visit for baseball fans. A great way to see the city from a different perspective is taking the Blue and Gold Fleet San Francisco Bay Cruise. There are various cruise times throughout the day, but these cruises will take you around the San Francisco Bay, giving you an opportunity to sail right under the Golden Gate Bridge, as well as giving you a close-up view of Alcatraz. These tours are also fully narrated, so you can learn about the city as you go. Are you a Disney fan? Whilst you're in San Francisco, you should also check out the Walt Disney Family Museum. Originally constructed in 1897 as Army Barracks, the iconic building transformed into the Walt Disney Family Museum more than a century later, and today houses some of the most fun and interesting museum exhibitions in the USA. This is where you can learn about the life story of the man who created it all, Walt Disney. And we mentioned it before, but you can also take a sightseeing bus. These can be great ways to see the city, especially if you are short on time, and they can be ideal in San Francisco because plenty of the attractions are structures or iconic landmarks that you can see from a bus. And lastly, we have the San Francisco Zoo. Home to over 2,000 animals, the zoo offers a fun, educational experience for families with exhibits designed to reflect natural habitats. So the first reason to visit San Francisco is for the Golden Gate Bridge. This is one of the world's most recognized landmarks and famous bridges, and is often the main reason that people head to San Francisco. You can go to the various viewpoints to get a great view of Golden Gate Bridge, but also make sure to either drive, cycle, or walk across this iconic bridge. Another famous landmark and reason to visit San Francisco is for Alcatraz Island. Famous for its former prison, Alcatraz offers intriguing tours which delve into the history of this maximum security federal penitentiary. The ferry ride over to the island also provides panoramic views of the city skyline. We highly recommend that you book these tickets in advance and try to get the first tour of the day. We will leave a link to where you can book that tour in the description below. The next reason many people choose to visit San Francisco is to explore Fisherman's Wharf. This bustling waterfront area is known for its seafood restaurants, souvenir shops, and attractions like Pier 39, where visitors can see sea lions lounging on the docks. There are plenty of attractions in and around the wharf, many of which are included on the San Francisco City Pass, which can help you save some money whilst you're here. We will leave a link to that in the description below. San Francisco's Chinatown is the oldest in North America and another reason to visit the city. This vibrant cultural hub is filled with colourful shops, traditional eateries, and historic landmarks like the Dragon Gate. Union Square is a bustling commercial hub known for its upscale shopping, theatres, art galleries, and often hosting events and performances. This is another reason to visit San Francisco, and we highly recommend getting yourself a hotel not too far from Union Square. This is often where the tour buses and any group tours will begin. The neighborhood of the Mission District is another reason to visit San Francisco. Known for its vibrant Latino culture, street art, and eclectic dining scene, the Mission District offers a taste of San Francisco's bohemian charm. You haven't visited San Francisco until you have ridden one of their historic cable cars. Both as a practical mode of transportation and a beloved tourist attraction, the San Francisco historic cable cars can be a fun way to explore the city, taking in the scenic views of the city's steep streets and Victorian architecture. Spanning over 1,000 acres, Golden Gate Park is a green oasis in the city and a great reason to visit. Featuring gardens, museums like the California Academy of Sciences, and activities like paddle boating, there is plenty to see and do in Golden Gate Park, ideal for those visiting in the spring, summer, or autumn months. Another reason people visit San Francisco is for the museums and galleries. The city is home to world-class museums like the DeYoung Museum in Golden Gate Park and the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. Make sure to visit as many museums as you can whilst you are here. These are fascinating and some offer hands-on experiences for families like the Exploratarium. So firstly, let's look at the best time to visit. Spring is one of the best times to visit. The weather is mild, flowers are in bloom, and there are fewer tourists compared to the summer. This is a great time to visit if you want to enjoy the outdoor activities like hiking and exploring the city's gardens. Fall is another great time to visit if you want to explore those outdoor events, but you can also enjoy the peak harvest season for wine country. This is the ideal time for wine tasting and enjoying the local cuisine. Summer offers the best beach weather and many festivals happen during this time as well. However, it can be crowded and expensive to visit during this time. Like many destinations in America, winter is off-season, which means fewer tourists and lower prices on accommodation. The weather is cooler but still relatively mild compared to other parts of the country, so this can be a great time for a more relaxed visit, though some outdoor activities might be less appealing. So now let's look at getting there. You can fly directly into the Santa Barbara Airport, which is just 10 miles from downtown. Although there are direct flights to Santa Barbara, you can also connect via Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Denver to get here as well. Approximately 90 miles south of Santa Barbara is Los Angeles International Airport, so from LAX you can rent a car, take a shuttle, or use public transportation to get to Santa Barbara as well. Burbank Airport is a quieter airport compared to LAX, with similar ground transportation connecting you to Santa Barbara as well. Alternatively, you could catch the Amtrak train, which runs along the California coast, stopping at Santa Barbara's centrally located train station. You could choose to drive to Santa Barbara, as this is a popular stopover when people are exploring California, and Greyhound also offers some bus routes to the city as well. So now let's look at getting around. The MTD is an extensive bus service throughout the city and the nearby areas, with the downtown and waterfront shuttle services being particularly useful for visitors. Santa Barbara is a very bike-friendly city with numerous bike lanes and paths. You can of course rent bikes from various shops, but there are also bike-sharing programs available too. Because many of the attractions are within walking distance from each other, especially in the downtown and waterfront area, you could also stick to walking around the city as well. There are trolley tours available if you want a narrated ride through the city, or you can get yourself a water taxi that runs between the Santa Barbara Harbor and Stearns Wharf. So now let's look at the typical prices. Hostel dorm beds begin at around $40 a night, whilst private rooms in hostels begin at around $80. Budget hotel rooms will cost you between $100 to $200, whilst a more luxurious option begins at around $400. You can pick up a cheap breakfast for under $15, a sit-down lunch for $10 to $20, and a mid-range meal in a restaurant will cost you between $25 to $60 depending on the location. Like other cities in California, it can be expensive to visit here, but there are ways that you can save money. Of course, you can stay in hostels or budget hotel rooms and look at traveling in the off-peak season that we mentioned before, but also compare vacation rentals on websites like Airbnb. Santa Barbara is a popular place for people to have a second home in and rent out when they're not there. Stick to the public transportation and bike rentals to get around, and eat at the casual cafes and food trucks for tasty meals at lower prices. Many bars and restaurants offer a happy hour deal with discounted drinks and appetizers, so take advantage of them as well. Visit the free and low-cost attractions like the beaches, as well as the Santa Barbara Courthouse and Mission. So now let's look at some of the best things to do. Firstly, you have to visit the beaches whilst you are here. East Beach, West Beach, and Butterfly Beach are perfect for swimming, sunbathing, and relaxing. Walk along the historic Stearns Wharf Pier, enjoy the views, visit the shops, and dine at the waterfront restaurants, but also make time to explore the trails in the Santa Ynez Mountains, such as the Inspiration Point hike. Santa Barbara Harbor is a great place to go kayaking or take a boat tour from to see the marine life and coastal views, but for more cultural attractions, make sure to visit the historic Spanish Mission, as well as the Santa Barbara County Courthouse and the Museum of Art. You can enjoy the Urban Wine Trail, where you sample wines from local wineries within Santa Barbara itself, especially in the Funk Zone, a trendy area with tasting rooms, galleries, and eateries. The Santa Ynez Valley Wine Country is a short drive away, and it's renowned for its wine region, so you can take a tour of the vineyards, enjoy wine tasting here, and explore the charming towns nearby. For something a little different, why not explore the Santa Barbara Zoo, where you can spend the day at this well-maintained zoo which houses a variety of animals, but also make sure to jump on a tour to go and see the whales. Whale watching tours are available to see grey whales, humpbacks, and blue whales depending on the season. We will leave some of our favourite tours in the description below. Lotus Land is a unique botanic garden known for its rare and exotic plant collection, whilst the Santa Barbara Bowl is an iconic outdoor amphitheatre where you can catch a live concert or performance during your visit. Watch this video to find out how to visit the Big Sur. Then, for the things to know before you visit Redwood National Park, watch this video. We hope you have a fantastic time in California and stay creative.